Baümer smart fabrics. They are called smart fabrics because thanks to nanotechnology in Hindernis we nanostructure the fibers to offer an intelligent response to an external stimulus, such as blocking viruses or pathogens bigger than 60 nanometers, greater breathability and sweatability, better hydrostatic resistance and abrasion, self-cleaning, etc. This is achieved by means of a textile compound with resistance to elongation, on which at least 60% of modified polymeric nanofibers with a molecular weight of 70,000 to 110,000 daltons are united, which is bonded to the fabric layer by point and line fusible of connections of link. Before spinning the fiber, the nanoparticles are added during the manufacture of the fiber with the organic polymer that ensures good adhesion of the nanoparticles to the textile surface, even combining the original characteristics of the fiber with the functionalities provided by the nanomaterials. In this process, the nanoparticles are distributed and embedded uniformly throughout the volume of each of the fibers, providing a highly durable effect. Our combined filament extrusion line gives us the possibility of incorporating nanoparticles into polymers, spreading properly and efficiently, in such a way that we can manufacture the fibers without breaking them. To introduce the nanoparticles, we use a specialized machinery with a double extruder, in which the resin is incorporated in a pellet way. Inside the extruder, the heat assist, the pellet melts, and with the application of shear forces, the nanoparticles are incorporated and mixed inside the polymer by an ultrasound-assisted extrusion. The application of ultrasound waves allows us to homogenize the dispersion and separation of the particles at an individual level and helps to avoid crowding. Once we have achieved adhesion of the particles, then we have the starting material to reach the extrusion process of the filaments. The extrusion process begins with the feeding of the pellets. These are melted and transported by the extruder to a dose pump that helps to maintain a constant flow of molten polymer and generating the appropriate conditions to make the material pass through the different flow channels to a distribution block where the filament is shaped. Our teams allow us to have different presentations of the same material. One of these is the continuous multifilament fiber. These are many fibers that continuously welling up. They are stretched to achieve the diameter these fibers need, and at the end they are collected in a coil. In the other presentation, we create a continuous rain of filaments that fall on the conveyor belt, forming what is called a non-woven fabric, which owes its name to the fact that the overlapping of the fibers that are deposited forms a continuous three-dimensional structure in the shape of a cloth. Through extrusion assisted we can spread a variety of particles to obtain non-woven fabric with homogeneously scattered nanoparticles. Electrospinning uses electrostatic and mechanical forces to obtain nanofibers, which our nanotextiles are then made, with improved characteristics and new high-performance properties as a protective barrier against pathogens. Our nanofibrous fabrics are made up of at least one layer of nanofibers, containing at least 60% modified polyethylene nanofibers with a molecular weight of 70,000 to 110,000 daltons. This material provides the fabric not only with high breathability, hydrophobicity and oleophobicity, but also the durability of effective barrier parameters even after 120 hours of use. Our fabric compound a layer of modified polypropylene nanofibers, which contains two fractions of nanofibers with different diameters, because this structure achieves a more advantageous combination of breathability and hydrostatic resistance. Surface-active nanoparticles are molecules that modify the surface forces or existing attraction between viruses and the molecules of a liquid substance, on the contact surface, with a solid. Nanofibers Baümer provide multiple properties such as high surface area, small diameter, unsurpassed filtering properties and high breathability. In Hindernis, our nanofibers are only used in high-tech products and not in normal textile products. And always with the sole purpose of protecting life and health.
Baümer, beyond the protection barrier.